So this meeting is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Biddulph Town Council YouTube page. The aim is that decision making shall be transparent and in the public domain, which will involve more of our community in local democracy. By being in this council chamber, you are consenting to being recorded and for your image to be added to YouTube. The images and sound may be used for training purposes. Any views expressed are the speaker's own and do not necessarily reflect the view of Biddulph Town Council. Please view the guidance on recording in public meetings policy if you need more information. Thank you. So obviously, in light of information you all know with regard to Councillor Hart, once again, I am chairing this meeting, so apologies for that. But I know we all, and I certainly have very keen to hear good news from Andrew on a personal level, and I hope we get to hear that very, very soon. I'm sure you all feel exactly the same.
The meetings are a lot quicker with you.
Sure, we'll see.
If you keep going on.
So, item 74, apologies and approval of any substitute members. Obviously, the chair has sent his apologies.
Yeah, that's the only apologies I have, and no
Substitute members. Okay. Number 75, item 75, sorry, declarations of interest, starting with disclosable pecuniary interest and dispensations. Do we have any? No, we don't. Do we have any other interests whatsoever? None. Okay. Item 76, minutes, to approve and sign the minutes of the Recreation and Media Committee from the 11th of March, which we did in the last meeting. And also, I may as well do A and B together in the sense that it was to the minutes of the Transport Working Group, which we also approved in the council meeting, did we not? No, we did not. Sorry. So everybody's happy for me to sign off the Recreation and Communities Committee minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Working group.
And the notes of the Transport Working Group from the 19th of March. Are we all happy? Yes, proposed by the Deputy Mayor. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Kosicki votes in favour to approve. Unanimous. Fantastic. Thank you. Item 77. To consider submitting an application for the Bram Cemetery of the Year Award 2020. That sounds like a party I want to go to. The Bram Cemetery of the Year Award in 2025. So, Chief Officer, over to you.
I think there might be a party as well, which would be marvellous.
Yeah, pretty wishful.
We've been rightfully very proud of our cemetery
Absolutely.
for a number of years, and through this committee, we have worked hard to improve the work that's done there in terms of our compliance and our health and safety and on how beautiful it is. And we wondered whether it was time for us to look more closely at the Cemetery of the Year Awards. There are much bigger cemeteries than ours. There are much more developed cemeteries than ours, but ours is very lovely in its own right. And actually, whilst we thought it would be good to kind of work through the criteria, it will also be good and positive for this committee in terms of kind of giving us a bit of a work plan. So actually, if there's areas where we potentially don't think we are as good as we could be, it could be something we could bring back here and shout about and and promote ourselves as well. So you'll be pleased to know that it's free to enter this, so there isn't a cost. Obviously, there is a time commitment in terms of pulling it all together, but actually, that's something that we would like to do as a team, just to kind of, as I say, give ourselves a bit of a work plan, but also see how we pitch ourselves against others.
No, so Councillor Jackson.
Yeah, just a couple of quick questions. Are we looking at the Woodhouse burial ground going forward, or the church one, or both? Both. So we'll be in the over 10,000 one group.
Yes, I
Or
think.
would we go?
I think there's another category for town and parishes. There isn't one.
I just had a quick look on. I think it's yards, graveyards above 10,000 spaces, and then below. And it says, I think it says who can apply, it's parish and town councils or what have you. Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, Yeah, I think going for both, I think going for both, you can see how they were ran and how the more modern ones are run. It's a pity really we weren't further down some of the things, the plans that we are planning for down there. And I think secondly, and the most important thing, if we win, do we get a badge we can stick on the bottom of our headed table?
Another
Come to Biddulph, it's got cracking cemeteries.
Biddulph, you'll never leave.
Councillor Redfern.
I think it's a no-brainer, isn't it? We should really go ahead with this. I must have, the puns could in here. I hope it's not Bram Stoker.
Yeah, that's good.
I hope it's not a skull and crossbones at the bottom of the headed paper.
Are you happy to propose, councillor Redfern? Yes. Seconded by councillor Jackson. So all those in favour for us to move forward? Unanimous. Item 78, to confirm that the first working group for the new Garden of Remembrance will take place on Friday, the 11th of April, 10 a.m. Is that literally just to confirm it?
Just to confirm it, I shall ping you out a very brief agenda tomorrow, but as with first working groups, it's pretty much to elect a chair and deputy. You've had that date for a little while, and then just to agree a direction.
Mr. Mayor?
Can I give my formal apologies? I'm otherwise engaged.
You pushed into the canal.
Although I could attend on Teams.
Councillor Jackson.
That's right, chair has mentioned, you wanted a chair and vice chair for that, because normally councillor Hart sort of covers that as chair of this committee, doesn't he? So, yeah,
Guess we'll see you.
it's okay, yeah. I will be there.
Item 79, jobs for the lengthsman. Do we have any in this beautiful weather? Councillor Harper.
I'd like to report
That grass outside your house.
that, you know, the verges below us once again have been cut. But the 5 properties top side of it have not been cut. And I've worked it out for 25 years. I've been paying money out to have the grass cut to a guy who does it. And the council obviously haven't been paying any money out, and it's the same with my neighbours. So it isn't just me. I hate anybody to think it's just me. There's
You're the only one that moans about it in here.
Yeah, I know. I've got to have a moan about something.
I've got a feeling that our mayor has a point of information that may be to do with this. Or was, no, was it, sorry, it was another question, sorry.
And that was a she's got about right. So, presumably it's a work in progress. But I can assure you, Mr. Chair, I shall keep you fully informed.
Voicemail, text message, everything. Mr. Mayor.
Yes, it is a job for the lensman. It's a relatively small job, and it's one which is, the logistics of getting these things done now are going to be difficult. The bridge, or the road which crosses the Biddulph alleyway at Marsh Green, on the Congleton side, the hedgerow over the old bridge part is quite overgrown and obscuring the view. So I'm just wondering whether we could just trim that back. It literally isn't a great deal of a job, and it would complete, the lines of sight and visibility on there. There has been a couple of requests for it, but by the time it goes through the procedure at county trying to work out whether that particular part is their part or not their part, it'll be completely overgrown. It's a very small job, but that'd be nice to get that done. People would appreciate it as a line of sight going over the hill.
Yeah, he's coming in 2 minutes.
Tiny job, but
With
it isn't.
financial year tasks, so take that one.
Fabulous. Councillor Salt.
Yeah, if this is a job that wants, I don't have to stand up. People keep putting loads of barriers, talking about lines of sight, loads of banners over crossroads and stuff, particularly around by Aldi, and the fences are kind of there for a reason to stop kids running out into the roads and stuff, and so you can see the road is more and more creeping up. I don't know if we can ask the Lensman to chop them all down, or whether that's out of his remit. I don't know whether we need to report it to county, but
It's district, isn't it?
there's more than what, is it district?
Yeah.
District.
Yeah, and they will take them down.
Clarification on that. There is specifically a reporting form on the district. I have noticed, I mean, it's getting the balance right, because at the end of the day, you know, these are local businesses which, in the main, the local businesses which are trying to advertise. But what happens is there's an element of giving an inch and
Yeah.
taking a mile. And I've noticed the proliferation, advertising events which are outside of the town, which is out of order, because there is a regulation to actually not post on there. The odd business who's posted for years, and there are some, then they would feel quite aggrieved if all of a sudden theirs goes down. But the issue is of raising it. It's one of those situations where it's all or nothing. Either it's enforced or it's not enforced. It's like parking on double yellow lines. You don't go along and say, "Oh, that's Bill and Gladys, so we won't put a ticket on them." It's if you're going to enforce it, you enforce it. So it can be done. There is regulations to stop that street promotion and putting onto council-owned barriers, because they are there for safety of a reason. The reason that they are see-through is to aid visibility and things. So yeah, but you can, as a district councillor, you can report it through the environmental health team, which is Alicia Paterson's team, John McCrory, and they will come and sort it out.
Thank you, councillor Salt.
Well,
Councillor Kosicki.
yeah, I'm just wondering if the laurel cuttings that have been dumped in the lay-by at Whitemore could be removed. I've reported it several times to the district council. There's a metal gate, there's a big metal gate, and there's a bit of a grass verge in front, but I have reported it numerous times. There's also like wood cuttings on the lay-by side as well that have been there for months on end.
Yeah, I've already done that as well, but I'll see what we can do.
Were you going to say something with about?
Again,
relation to that?
a point of clarification. Have you reported on the fly tipping side?
I've reported it to the district council, I've reported it on.
No, I'm specific. I know.
My street. I've been in the district council offices and reported it. It's been there for several months.
But have you specifically filled in a fly tipping
I
report?
did at the district council offices.
So you should be able to follow up. If you want, it's in Biddulph North. I would suggest if you've got the reference number, with respect, send it to a Biddulph North councillor. There's only one here on district, which is Adam, and Adam can take it up directly.
So there's have you got a
Have you got a
reference?
reference number from the fly tipping one? Yeah, and that's not to test you, it's just about that. It allows that degree of personal in the face escalation. I mean, the one thing I will say is that the officer who looks after fly tipping has been off on long-term sick, and he's just come back on a phased return. So hopefully it will pick up some of the jobs which perhaps have fallen by the wayside.
I have specifically asked if the town council lensman could remove it, because obviously he's going to, and the hedge cuttings that you are proposing be cut, he could also remove those cuttings in the lay-by, which would be quicker.
Between us, we'll work.
Yeah, well, I'll certainly do my bit at district. That's no problem at all. Yeah, I'll do it this evening.
I've got the reference.
Oh, yeah. Item 80 on the agenda to consider land. Oh, sorry. Sorry, yes. You want one of my famous goodbyes, don't you? Yes, we're now going into confidential items. So I'm going to.
Inviting me.
I'm going to look longingly over Councillor Jones's head.